Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, my name is Michelle from modelingmichelle.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorites for the month of November. So first of all, let's talk about the fact that 2018 flew by. I feel like November came and left, but I am excited for December, of course, and then also for 2019. But specifically today, we're going to be talking about my beauty favorites for the month of November. So I'm not even going to keep rambling. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first things first, we're going to talk skincare. And my favorite skincare product for the month of November is the Origins Genzing Refreshing Scrub Cleanser. This scrub did me right in the month of November. I really love how this scrub feels. If you guys have seen any of my past videos, then you know that I do have sensitive skin and I do have some dry skin, so I don't like using products that are too harsh or too aggressive. So instantly, like, you would assume that scrubs will be a little bit more harsh, but this one in particular is very gentle. The beads are very fine, and this kind of foams up into a cleanser. So I really love the way this feels. I had been using this a lot in November, and I love the way it smells. It has a very like citrusy scent, so I really like that. So I had been using this a lot, and what I would do is, after I remove my makeup, if I ever notice any sections of my face that are kind of like, you know, dry or have any like buildup, I just go in and I exfoliate in those areas, and I follow up with my cleanser and the rest of my routine. But I really love this scrub for the month of November. Okay, so getting into complexion products. So my favorite primer is the Benefit Porefessional primer. So I have been using this a lot as well in November, and I really love how smoothing this primer is. Like I said, I do have dry skin, and I kind of like, I stay away from like really like drying, really like over mattifying primers. But this one right here is the perfect balance, I feel, between like smoothing your skin and also still keeping your skin pretty matte. I really like this, and I picked this up. I've been using the Porefessional for a while, but I was able to pick this up at 50% off when Ulta had their sale. I believe that was in October. Don't quote me. But I really love this primer, and I have been using it a lot. It's one of my go-tos regardless of whatever other primers I use. This is my tried and true, and in November I definitely loved it. Okay, so now let's talk about foundation. Like the Benefit Porefessional, this is one of my go-tos, and I had been grabbing it every chance I could in November, and it is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. This is what it looks like. This is a fresh bottle, so I'm so excited to break into this, and I am in the shade 7W1 Deep Spice. But I love this foundation. It pairs really well with the Benefit Porefessional primer. I love how smooth this is. It glides onto your skin. It doesn't get cakey. It doesn't get too heavy, and it just does a really good job of covering up any imperfections that you may have. So I have been loving this in November, and it's also still pretty good as it gets cooler too. It's not a foundation that's too matte to where your skin feels dry, especially as we're heading into the colder months. This is a really good staple for me in particular in November, but then also for like fall, winter, spring, like everything. Like, this is just like the perfect foundation. So if you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend that you try this Estee Lauder foundation. It's the bomb. So let's get into concealers. So my favorite concealer for the month of November is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I love this concealer. I have been loving this concealer for a while, but in the month of November, since I did go on a mini trip to Miami, I grabbed this because I knew this is all I needed. This concealer is so awesome. The applicator, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like, who hasn't seen the Colourpop concealer? But if you haven't, the applicator is really nice. It's a really flexible applicator, so it's easy to use. I have it in the shade Dark 40. So I really like it. It's the perfect under eye concealer. It's not overly bright and it's not too dark. It's the perfect shade for my complexion. So if you are my complexion, this will definitely work for you as an under eye highlighter. But yeah, so this was my favorite concealer for November. Loved it. Okay, so let's get into eyeshadow. So my favorite eyeshadow palette for the month of November is the Perception palette. It's the Shayla x Colourpop palette. And this palette has just been like my go-to, and it's just the perfect palette. Like, first of all, let's take a look at these shades. Bomb. Like, these are so nice, and these are very dark skin, women of color friendly shades as well. So Shayla definitely knocked it out the park when she made this palette. But I have been loving this for the month of November in particular, just because it's very easy to use. All of these shades are super, super nice, super buttery, super easy to blend out. So I feel like because I was pretty busy in November, I feel like this eyeshadow palette was my go-to just because it's like super easy to use and the colors are beautiful and it just goes with a lot. You can make so many different eyeshadow looks from this palette, and it's also a very affordable palette as well. So right now I actually have this shade Revenge, and I have this shade Shade in my crease, and then also on the outer corners of my eyes. And like I said, it was super easy to use. I love this palette and I really used it last month for sure. Next, let's get into highlight. So if you guys haven't noticed, the way I'm going to be doing my monthly favorites for the month of November is I'm going to be going through each of my favorite beauty products, and also in the order like I usually like when I do my makeup. So next up is going to be highlight. So my favorite highlighter for the month of November is the Desi times Katy highlight in the shade Mirame. This is from the first collab that they had with Dose of Colors. But this highlight here is a really nice highlight, very easy to use. It gives you that nice wet look on the sides of your cheeks. But yeah, so I really love this shade. Let me see if I can like swatch it really quickly for you guys, just so you guys can see. I don't know if it's still available on Dose of Colors website, but this is a very nice shade, y'all. It's perfect to use, buttery, smooth. Like I love this highlight, and yeah, I loved it in the month of November, and it's always a staple for me to use when it comes to me doing my makeup. So this is the highlight right here. But this is my favorite blush for the month of November. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shade Berry Adore. This is also a very nice dark skin friendly trio here. These shades are absolutely gorgeous. I actually have this shade right here, this darker shade. It's called Velvet. I have this shade on my cheeks right now, but this blush here is perfect because you're able to go in and just like mix the three shades together. This orange kind of coral shade is called Desert, and it's a very beautiful shade, nice flush of color. And I feel like Anastasia did a really good job when she made this palette. Sorry if my arm looks awkward. But she did a really good job when she made this blush palette here, and I love it. And I recommend, if you are my skin complexion, darker, even lighter, I feel like you'll do really well with this blush trio. So it's definitely a favorite, and it's also very pigmented, so that's a plus. All right, so we're wrapping it up, guys. Next up is lashes, and my favorite lashes are the Your Lash Bar Dirty Martini lashes. Love these. I actually have 2 more pairs coming in that I purchased from Black Friday, well, during Black Friday. And I just love these lashes. As you guys obviously see, I wear glasses, so I always have to make sure that my lashes aren't too long to where they kind of brush against my glasses. And the Dirty Martini lashes by Your Lash Bar are perfect for that. It's a nice fluffy lash, very wispy, not too much, not too little. And I had been using these a lot in November, and I can't wait to get my new pairs, and I'm actually gonna be trying a new one out from Your Lash Bar as well. And then finally, I literally just featured this in my last video. It's the Sephora sale video that I did. But this quickly became a favorite like towards the last like week or so in November. But this is the Sephora #Lip Stories lipstick in the shade, it's called Yum Yum, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Yum Yum. So this is a satin like cream shade. Love it. I actually have it on my lips right now, mixed in with a little bit of another MAC lipstick. But this is the perfect nude, I feel like, for my complexion. I really love how smooth and buttery this is. I will swatch it as well for you guys, even though you guys see it on my lips. But this is the true shade. It's like the perfect kind of like chocolate mauve-y mix. Like I just love this lipstick. Like it was a like random pickup, and it's just become one of my absolute favorites. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe and like this video if you did enjoy it. Stay tuned for my next round of content, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.